You've tried it your way, but you're still in debt. Or maybe you're doing okay, but want to invest smarter, grow faster. MillionaireX.ai gives you real step-by-step strategies to ditch debt or stack wealth. Stop dreaming and start planning. Visit MillionaireX.ai today. I want you to be the next millionaire next door.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Let's stop acting like we don't see how this game is played. If you tired of folks throwing shade with a smile and keeping you boxed in with that slick behind-the-scenes racism, it's time to upgrade your survival skills. See, Phillip Scott dropped more than just knowledge. He handed you a playbook with passive-aggressive racism in the system of white supremacy. This ain't the in-your-face kind. This is that sneaky, office space, let me block your blessings type of racism that'll have you questioning your own reality. It's time to call it what it is and arm yourself with the facts. But baby, don't stop at just peeping the system. Break those mental chains too. That's why you need 7 steps to decolonize the mind. This is about freeing yourself up top, walking in confidence, and letting the world know your mind is not for rent, lease, or layaway. It's time to reclaim your power step by step. So don't just watch, take action. Click over to Amazon.com, type in passive-aggressive racism in the system of white supremacy and 7 steps to decolonize the mind, and secure both books for yourself, your crew, and anybody ready for that mental liberation. La Sherika said it, now go do it. Invest in your freedom. Pick up both books today on Amazon.com. Trust me, your mind will thank you.
After 13 years of exposing lies in the media, I discovered the biggest lie of all. They want you to think racism is random, accidental, just bad people doing bad things. But what if I told you anti-black racism was engineered, programmed like software, marketed like a product, and designed to survive across generations? That's exactly what I prove in my new book, Us versus the Machine, How Anti-Black Racism Was Programmed, Marketed, and Made to Survive. This isn't another book about what racism looks like. This is the blueprint of how it was built, who profits from it, and most importantly, how to dismantle it. I spent years connecting dots that they never wanted connected, following money trails that they thought were buried, exposing the machine that runs on our oppression. Knowledge is power, but strategic knowledge is liberation. Get Us versus the Machine on Amazon today, because once you understand the system, you can beat the system.
In H-Town, we want news that speaks truth, just like we do.
ADNC keeps me informed and him inspired.
We've been through too much to trust mainstream media. This feels like us.
From the D to the diaspora, ADNC is how I stay woke. We binge ADNC like it's Netflix, but smarter.
They speak on us, but never for us. ADNC does.
No fluff, no filters, just the truth, daily.
From Wall Street to 125th, we're watching our news.
Download the African Diaspora News Channel app today to stay connected to the culture.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us on the evening stream. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you click the like button. That's very, very important. So tonight, we're going to be talking about them folks, because this food stamp drama is steadily, exposing some things. We're going to talk about, for years, these people have been labeling black women, black single mothers, as welfare queens. They have labeled black single mothers as the biggest recipients of food stamps, Section 8, any kind of government assistance. Black women have been propagandized and lied upon in this country. And when we look at this food stamp situation, if Trump doesn't, decide to say, hey, forget him, I don't care. If he decides to do that, because he could change his mind, we don't know. We're seeing who's doing the most crying, right? We're seeing who's doing the most crying. We want to talk about that tonight. Thank y'all for joining us. And also download the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store. It'd be great if 10 or more people can join us tonight on the app. They'll always be greatly appreciated. Help us get to our first goal of 5,000 members on our app. And of $9.99 a month, like I said, that is 31 cents a day. You'd like to support the show outside of these platforms. The app is the place where we can say what we want, when we want, and we don't have to censor ourselves there. Like here, we have to censor ourselves greatly. So I'm not going to take much of your time. Let's get started. Let's jump into it quick. I know your time is worth something, and so is mine. All right, let me just check in with y'all a little bit before I get started. All right, so I'm checking. I'm seeing some Lisa Parker. Shout out to Lisa Parker. Lisa Parker is here on every show. Lisa Parker is not only a support, she's a member as well. If you see the little Africa by their name, they're one of the members on the channel. So shout out to Lisa Parker for always showing up. And many of you who always show up all the time. I see Michael in there a lot. Just a lot of people. So I want to make sure to give a shout out to y'all. So without taking much of your time, like I said, I know it's precious. Let's get to what made me want to make this stream real quick. So let's play this video. Hold on.
So I just got this email from Oklahoma Human Services about how since the government shutdown is happening, the SNAP benefits won't be issued on November 1st, which I was already aware of. I was expecting that. But what I was blindsided by is that this line here, it is unclear whether existing balances will remain available beginning November 1st. So not only will they not be issuing benefits, but they might take away any benefits that we have left on your card. Like, they want us to starve. They want us to starve. Let that sink in. They might take any benefits that are left on your card away. What's the point? What is the goal here, if not to make us starve? You.
All right. So at the end, she actually said the F word, right? All right. So what she was reading, what they sent to her, that if you do not exhaust your EBT balance, it's not a guarantee it's going to be there on November the 1st. So I guess if you got a balance, probably need to head to the store and go on and use up your balance because it may not be there. But here's my issue. For years, black women have been labeled by other Republican administrations, and who coined the term welfare queen was actually Ronald Reagan. Back in the 80s, he started pushing that welfare queen term that I do remember, maybe probably before he got in office, but for sure I heard him saying that while he was, president and having little different Republican meetings. They always propagandize black people. And they always try to make helping black people just horrible. Oh, it's such a horrible thing to help black people. Even though it's your fault why black people are in the condition that we're in, if you treated us like you treat the Asians, then we wouldn't have no excuse at that point, right? But for years, you demonize black women, talk down on black women, talking about if they getting Section 8, talking about they getting this and that and the third. Then, unfortunately, some of our people joined in with it. And because they did not know the numbers, they did not know the majority of SNAP recipients are white. They didn't know the majority of Section 8 recipients are white. But yet they want to put, and their media has put this on us, our community. Oh, you black Americans are lazy. And even some of you black immigrants that come over here joined in with the mess too. You barely can speak English over here with your accent, and you want to call a black woman lazy or black people lazy when you had no opportunity like that at all. So I don't know why you come over here doing that. I'm talking to the ones that's doing it. I'm not talking about the ones that never done it. So don't write me and complain and cry. I don't want to hear it because it's going to fall on deaf ears. Grow up. But for years, these people, and trust me, they knew who the true welfare queens were. They knew, and they still talk down on these programs for years while they're sitting up here receiving these programs. Like, that's crazy to me. You are you're the biggest receiver of a government program, but you talk down on the program that you're on because a black woman is on it. Right? Then you go vote for candidates that want to get rid of a program or greatly reduce the program that you're on and you're benefiting from every single month. And these people are the ones that say that they have high IQs. There's no way that I'm going to speak down on a program that benefits me and my family because a Hispanic family is receiving it or an Asian family is receiving it. Why would I do that? I don't care if they receive it. As long as I get mine, that's how I look at it. Hey, I don't care what they get. All I worry about is me. How do these people con y'all as Black America? How did they con y'all so many years to tell you they got a high IQ? Nobody with a high IQ would even do that. You get on TV and you just running all this propaganda when y'all are the ones that's receiving everything. Black women are called lazy because if they're getting food stamps. You don't know if they're the working poor. You don't even know. While some of you were laying up just having baby after baby in that trailer park. So you could game the system too. Because, these black women having babies so they can get bigger payouts. And y'all were doing it in the trailer park too. Y'all letting every other dude run up in there and get y'all pregnant so y'all can get the big food stamps too in the Section 8 for your trailer. That's what I love about today is that we have so much access to information and knowledge that they can't pull that BS anymore. Jerome, I'm talking to my people. I don't really care about the line. And listen, I don't put the majority of them in an intellectual category because it'll make my brain hurt. I'm talking to my people, okay, when I'm mentioning this propaganda. Because unfortunately, some of my people actually believed some of that mess they tell them. So that's who I'm here to correct my people or quicken the knowledge of my people. All right, not them. I'm not here to change them. I'm not here to because one thing you like my grandfather said, you can't make a crooked branch straight, and that's something I'll never try to do with anybody. Is try to make your crooked branch straight. No. I understand who they are. I'm trying to tell my people this. Now, I said for many years when they used to say, "Oh, what you blacks gonna do if they take away the food stamp?" And I used to say, "Yes, take it away." Take it all. I'm cool. I promise you black people will be okay. Take it all. Now, the threat is there that at least one program may be taken away, at least the threat of it. Until I believe it when I see it because, they can do anything here in the next 2 weeks. But the fact they're freaking out this much, what are we going to do? And we're going to starve. So you're that lazy that you're not going to try to go feed yourself. You're literally going to sit down in your home, wherever you live, and starve and not try to go figure something out to get some food for yourself or your family. That's what you're going to do. If the government don't do it, you're not going to do it at all. That is the epitome of laziness. That's laziness. I'm sorry, it's lazy. But we understand about the laziness because you proven your laziness long time ago. You didn't want to build America on your own because, number one, you tried, you couldn't. You actually was cannibalizing each other within a year when you tried to do these colonies on your own. This country would have never got to where it's at without black people. Listen, your ancestors were so lazy. This is how lazy they were. They didn't even want to breastfeed their own children. Oh, yeah, here, black woman, you do it. Don't want to clean your house. Don't want to clean nothing. Yeah, black woman, you do it. That's laziness. And then those same individuals have the nerve to try to call black people lazy. If black people were lazy, you wouldn't be living in this country. You'd have ran your behind back to the Caucasus Mountains over there. Or at least ran back with the king somewhere. We couldn't have been that lazy. I don't care about people's hatred. I'm talking about laziness today. Because, and think about everything they try to project on black Americans about laziness. Think about it. They say you're violent. There's nobody more violent than them. Nobody. Show me the times that black America went and dropped an atomic bomb on somebody. Show me where black America has, we talking about their whole group just globally, has made groups of people go extinct, literally. Committed acts of genocide. Show me that with black America. Show me the resources that we go steal. Show me the governments that we go topple. Show me. We haven't done nothing to nobody. That's why I don't take no crap from no group. Because I know we haven't done you anything to be deserving of that. So I'm very quick to say something to other groups when they try to come at us sideways. Because we haven't done you nothing. You want to be up in the face of people that messed up your homeland, got your homeland looking like a mess. But yeah, you want to be up in their face smiling and with all your teeth, right? But you want to have issues with black Americans who haven't done that to you? Man, hell no. No. All that disrespect, that stuff got to go. And it's not going to be tolerated because we didn't do you nothing. But they say we violent. Do you see our black children going into a school and airing out weapons? No. Do you see our black young men is 21, 22 talking about they incels and now they going to go do, air out something at a college campus? Because they mad that another group of men got the women in their community. You don't see that. You think they ain't got black dudes that don't get girls? Let's talk about that. They got black dudes that can't get a girl to save their life. Right? Some of them are socially awkward. You don't see these brothers doing anything to harm anybody. They either wallow in it, they learn, or, I guess they go find a 304 somewhere and trick off. But they don't go harm anybody. You got young black men who come from homes, broken homes, traumatic situations, and don't go hurt nobody. In y'all community, you come from 2-parent households, and got resources, and still go do things to people. Don't even make sense. But yeah, you want to call black people violent. You want to call black people violent. You always talking about how, historically and even up to today, how black men trying to violate somebody. Ain't nobody will violate something more than you have violated in history. Children aren't safe. Animals aren't safe. Nothing is safe. And in our community, that Epstein stuff, that's not something we get down with in our community. We'll handle it. Listen, how many times have brothers found out about somebody that went to jail for that in our community, and they don't last too long, or they got to go to the hole, or they got to go to some other wing because they in general population, their life will get took because black people don't play that. You doing things to children, doing things to elderly people, they don't play that. Yeah, King Noble, yes. One of them was making threats at to go to Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. The family called in on him. He was out there scoping the place. They say he went to the airport. They say he was about to go back out to his car where the police came up on him. And they went to his car and they found an AR and bullets and all that in his car. So he was going to go to the airport. Innocent people in the airport. I've been to Hartsfield-Jackson many times. And you're going to go in there and you talking about want to do something. You know, see, who's doing that? Who? There's no black men running around talking about they're going to do something to innocent people at an airport. There's nobody more violent than that community. And this is all documented. Do not let these people talk down to you, propagandize you, say you're violent, say you're taking government resources, say you're doing this and that and the third. Like, let me tell you something. And I've said this before, and it seems like it's true every day. If they speak and they lying, because everything you say is no truth to it. You don't give them attention, they try to go just destroy something. But sit up here lying on black people constantly. Lying to the world about black people. You go into the African continent lying on black Americans. I've been told those stories too. And the people that told me that, I believe them because they were genuine. How they ask about us and you go over there lying, saying, oh, be careful if you go over there because they're violent. They do this and they do that. Talking down on us. We're not even over there. And yeah, you go over there talking down on us. We don't go nowhere talking, even mentioning you for what? What is that to mention you for? There's no reason to mention you. If I'm on vacation or doing whatever, there's no reason to talk about you. I'm minding my business. I'm enjoying it, having a good time. I'm not. But see, like we live rent free in your minds. Why? Why are you so obsessed with us? Can you get obsessed with the Asians? Didn't you think it's the Asians' turn? I know, sorry, Asian community, but I'm handing them. I got to give them to y'all. Go be obsessive with the Asians. Or the Chinese. There you go. Go be obsessive with China. Since y'all so worried about them so much, go obsess with them. Go to Chinatown. Go harass them. Go mess with them. Go leave us alone. Go mess with them. Yeah. I mean, their criminality is off the chain. The criminality is off the chain, baby. But let's play something Malcolm X said real quick about the folks. Let me cue something in. Let's get Brother Malcolm in here. You be thinking Brother Malcolm was living in 2025 when he said this, but hold on.
In other words, if a black man cannot have a white man as a friend.
He may have a white man who's friendly, but being friendly and being a friend, I think, are two different things. I think there are many whites who act friendly toward Negroes. A fox acts friendly toward the lamb. And usually the fox is the one who ends up with the lamb chop on his plate. The wolf doesn't act friendly, and therefore the wolf has more difficulty in getting the lamb chop in his plate.
I'd like to point out, though, that...
And I say that because it is usually if you study the structure of the Negro community, economically, politically, civically, psychologically, and otherwise, it's controlled by the white liberal, who usually poses as the friend of the Negro, who actually differs from the white conservative in the same way that the fox differs from the wolf. Their appetite is the same. Their motives are the same. It's only their mannerisms and methods that differ.
Now, the Brother Malcolm, and this is why you say why I talk about Democrats so much, or like Malcolm was saying, the white liberal, is because they for a long time had really done something on black folk. And black folk wasn't really hip to the moves they make. Now, you remember Brother Malcolm just said the white liberal and the white conservative have the same goals. They just handle you different ways. And I've always said that. Some people may say two wings on the same bird, which is kind of like saying the same thing. But how many times have I said that the white liberal like Gavin Newsom want to maintain the status quo? Joe Biden, white liberal, want to maintain the status quo. Like we are, look, Joe Biden, white liberal, helped craft the 3 strikes law. Bill Clinton, white liberal, signed it into law. And the year after that, they really start going hard into the black community. So you talking about what ICE is doing to immigrants? They're not really doing much of nothing compared to what they was doing to black people during the crack era. How they was running battering rams, look like tanks up in black people's houses. I haven't seen them pull that out on the immigrants. Yeah, they roughing them up. They run them down. They are. But they did a whole lot more than that during the crack era. If you're old enough to remember the crack era, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That ICE is actually not that bad. Man, these people was, and this is before the time of body cams. So they would just be beating black people up, planting drugs on black people. Crack era was bad for black people. They want to get these arrests. They planting things in people's cars and all of that. Like man, a lot of black people got caught up. The immigrants is not really getting it bad like black people got in this country. We used to get it bad in the 80s, bad in the 90s for sure. Now, you know, when the 92 riots jumped off, the Rodney King and all of that, and L.A., you know, had their uprising at that time period and caused, about $1 billion worth of damage? And that was only one of the times we actually got to see a beating like that. What happened with Rodney King? That, you know, that was a rarity for somebody to get that caught on tape like that. You got to remember, in the 90s, we wasn't walking around with these cell phones like this in the 90s. I didn't get my first cell phone till, I think, 90s, was it about 96? I think I got my first cell phone. Well, you actually had to buy minutes back in that time period. Remember that? And you had free nights and free weekends. My first phone was like a Nokia phone. You know, so I had a phone when I was about, 16 years old. No, I wasn't a drug dealer. I always just worked. I didn't want to do nothing illegal. I wanted to get it the legal way. BB says they feel nothing about unaliving our children. Of course they don't feel nothing about it. Of course not. They don't feel nothing about unaliving not just our children, but anybody's children. They don't care about children in the Middle East. They don't care about children in the Caribbean. They don't care about children in Latin America. They don't care about children in Asia. They don't care about children in the continent of Africa. They don't care about children at all. Hell, they don't even care about their own children. Now, let me not go there. They don't care about their own. All they worry about is making $1. Capitalism. And what's happening right now with the Trump administration, they really seeing how capitalism is a system that they swore by is tearing them apart. Because Trump is he going to get so much of a bag, I wouldn't be surprised if Trump have $1 trillion when he walk out that White House in his bank account. I wouldn't be surprised. While they struggling and starving out here because I guess they can't go get a job to feed themselves. For somebody to say, if they don't give me government assistance, I'm going to starve. I'm sorry, that's laziness. If somebody telling me, Phil, well, you not have no EBT in November, and I'm like, oh shoot, okay, let me go ahead on and get my coins together and figure this thing out. That's all we do is figure it out. Trump knowing, say, look, man, I'm about to get all the bag I can. Trump been collecting checks from all the social media companies. He even got a check from this company. Now how many people done lost they channels and they couldn't get a dime, but Trump lose his channel, and he gets what, 24 million in the settlement? 24 million. Everybody was cutting checks to him for losing they social media channel. He was kicked off of Meta. They gave him money too. Trump collecting from everybody. I'm not mad at him. He should do it. You know why he should do it? Because these people run around here telling us, oh, this is a great system and whatever, and Trump is going in there acting like the felon that he is. So I don't take no issue with it. Like I said, I don't take no issue with him knocking down the East Wing to Billy's Ballroom. I'm cool with it. Have a great time, Trump. Build the best ballroom you can. Because there's nothing in that house that has been beneficial to Black America, so he can do whatever the hell he want to do with it. He's tearing down history. Well, Phil, you know, slaves built the White House, Phil. Yes, I know. But the things that the decisions that's come out of that White House, do you think the slaves would like those decisions? No, not at all. And Kendra down here, Kendra says, God is dismantling their system as it is written. Well, hey, you know, I mean, God has used certain kings in the Bible to bring in good tidings. Also, he's used certain kings in the Bible to destroy things and wage judgment on a nation too. But the funny part about this is this, ladies and gentlemen. Black people good. That's the part I'm loving out this whole thing. Oh my God, now you got some black folks out here talking about, I'm gonna steal. Oh, you cut my food stamps, and you know what? They're gonna have a county jail waiting on you too. Go ahead and steal. If you that lazy to go steal, you doing more work stealing than actually going out there and making a couple of dollars to feed yourself, and you a black person. Black people naturally got skill to know how to feed ourselves. So if you're a black person that's gonna steal because you don't get EBT, I really don't have no sympathy for you. Well, Phil, you don't get it. They need food. No, they can go get it out here. I don't want to hear that. Let me tell you something. I was just talking to my cousin this morning, and she was talking about, you know, like our grandparents, how they was against, and that's on both sides of my family, against government assistance. They were so against that. They're like, no, we don't get that mess. And I think, and my cousin was telling me my auntie, her mom, had got on food stamps one time. My grandmother, she said, went in on her about get off that mess right now. You don't be taking that money from them people. You get out there and go to work. And this is black FBA families. I wasn't raised around that. You just lay up and just get government assistance. I wasn't raised that way. I was told that you get out there and you earn your keep by the sweat of your brow. I was told if you don't work, you don't eat. That's what I was told. I wasn't told be lazy, sit around and wait for the government to feed me. I was never told that. Yes, the grocery prices are high. You better believe they are. Oh my God, they high. But you know what? I feel better because, hey, I'm doing it on my own. Nobody can tell me what to buy, how to buy it. I'm not waiting on a certain time a month to get some food. I can get it any day of the week if I want to get some food for me or my family. That is not our people laying up and just collecting. Now, yes, we got some lazy among us, but you know what? If that do come through in November, I will be happy for my community. I'm not talking about them folks. I'm talking about my community. Because sometimes with us, stubborn as we are, we need a good slap across the face to wake up and say, okay, the food stamp's not here no more. Now what you gonna do? Get up there. Okay, you steal? Fine. They got a place in county waiting on you. Go ahead. You threatening to steal. They waiting on you. Trust me, county is ready to receive you. Now here comes somebody being an apologist talking about I think you don't know what's going on out here. Life's the same. There's nothing going on today that haven't been going on. Like I say, it's nothing new under the sun. Nothing. Let's call it what it is. We have lazy people all over the place. Lazy. Now, the people that I believe should get food stamps, this is the one group of people, well, it's a couple of groups of people, but the one group of people that should get food stamps, in my opinion, is the working poor. Because they have a job, they're working, but they're just not making it. I believe those people should get it. Now, the elderly, I believe they should get it. Right? If you have any kind of disability where you can't physically work, I believe you should be able to get it. But if you're not really in those categories and you're just sitting around, you're healthy and able-bodied, no, get your behind up and go to work like everybody else. If I was raised that way in Port Arthur, and Port Arthur was not a rich town for black people, and we had every excuse to be on food stamps, every excuse. Now, we've been, family members been paid. I ain't been paid in food stamps for things. Hey, I pay you in food stamps. Okay, cool. Back then, that was like cash. But as for us being on the program, no, we wasn't on the program. We had to get out here and work. Global rejection TV, yes, black people do better in hard times because this will happen. Black people, they once they get comfortable, then they lull themselves to sleep, and then that's like when the Democrats in office, they get real comfortable and they get lulled to sleep. And see with someone like Trump in office, and people like Stephen Miller running around. It wakes them all up. It shakes them up. And that's why some of them feel under so much stress because they want to go back to sleep. And every day is something with Trump. It's something with that administration. Every day. And that's stressing out some black people because they want to lull themselves to sleep. They don't want to do much of nothing. You got to understand, some of us don't want to do nothing but just exist. We don't want to fix nothing. We don't want to be self-sufficient. We don't want the black community to like, for instance, they don't care the black community not controlling schools, hospitals, business districts, having our own communities that's only controlled by us. Us having our own towns, which I believe there's a lot of towns in America that we can actually move to and reshape. I mean, it's communities right now we can do that in, but they don't even think about let's have a town. I think one of the blackest towns I've ever seen so far is Atlanta. I mean, that's the most black people you ever see. Even white folks said that. I saw some white guys on the podcast say, I've never realized, like how many black people was in Atlanta until I got there. Yeah, and the killer thing about Atlanta, it's a lot of successful black people. It's not just black people that's just, struggling. Oh, no. A lot of them brothers and sisters around Atlanta, now they getting it. They getting it out there. I'm going to say, and I'm not saying it's in every city too, because you got a lot of successful black people here in Houston too. But I've seen a whole lot of it, like I said, in Atlanta. And I know definitely a lot of sisters. Them sisters be owning a lot of businesses. You see them professional. They driving big and all that. I'm like, I've heard about even people that's dating out there and how the imbalance is. Because them sisters is real high achieving out there in Atlanta. But I'm not to say the brothers not, but there's a lot more of them out there on that dating pool. But then, you heard about the dating scene in Atlanta too with some of them brothers now. So I always tell black men who looking for a woman, you got to pick of the litter. If you are, alpha male, love women, go to Atlanta. They love to have you. Because they wouldn't be complaining out there. But, we as a community, we do very well underneath a lot of pressure. We do. But, in order to create a diamond, you need pressure, right? Think about that. Diamonds only come through pressure. And we produce diamonds when we under pressure. If we never under pressure, we just whatever. We unify under pressure. We do our greatest work under pressure. So look at Trump and his administration as a way to promote black unity and black excellence through pressure. Yeah, King Noble, it's definitely some excellence out there. It really is. It really is. There's definitely some excellence out there. Oh, speaking about excellence, y'all know I be playing with the AI video makers and stuff like that. And I did something similar to that on there that probably would mess with their head. Let me see if I can show y'all that real quick before I wrap up. Where is it? Do I have it in here? I know I got it. Hold on. Is it? Do I have it on here? You know what? Let me go and share my screen. It'd be easier to share my screen than. Let me see here. Give me a second. I'm gonna show y'all something. See, can I start it from the beginning? There's no beginning. Okay. So, thought I can download it. Yeah, let me download it. No, I got it on here. All right. That way I can show y'all a little more. So y'all something. You know, these folks, since we got AI, we can play with it a little lot.
Welcome back, Ms. Wells. Ready to make it official?
Let's do it.
Perfect.
Keisha drives an Altima. Natalie drives a Rolls Royce. Black excellence, baby.
Interesting, right? that AI is crazy, and that every bit of that is AI, ladies and gentlemen. Every bit of that is AI. I love AI, and I'm just putting all my master plans together with AI. So, I always say y'all should have never gave black people, well, at least a black person like me, AI. You should have never gave me that, because I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna do my thing. So, you say any black person that speaks down about government assistance needs what? Yeah, you say the black card. Yeah. Let me play it again. Let me look at it. Let me start it again. Hold on, so y'all can see it from the beginning.
Welcome back, Ms. Wells. Ready to make it official?
Let's do it.
Perfect.
Keisha drives an Altima. Natalie drives a Rolls Royce. Black excellence, baby.
Yeah. Black excellence. That's what they don't like to see. They can't stand to see black people dressed like that, moving like that, driving like that. They hate that. Oh, they hate it. They can't stand it, and I love it. Not only you can create that, but that's also in real life. And you'll see that here in Houston too. You'll see that in Houston. You'll see that in Atlanta. You know, you got brothers and sisters that fly in Chicago. You know, I mean, you'll see it in NYC. You'll see it in these major cities. That's why they want to attack us so much, because they hate to see us like that. They can't stand it. And you're not out here being if you're a stereotype, they love that. Oh, they love you a stereotype. But if you're a brother or sister that's like, professional, and you taking care of business, and you oh no, they don't like that. They don't like that at all. They don't like that at all. Well, Maria, let me tell you about the Altima thing. So you remember those videos about the Altima? They had made the girl named Keisha, so white people was up here like putting in bonnets and all these Altima videos, and some of them was kind of funny, I ain't gonna lie. But I'm like, okay, so what's the counter to that? So when I did that prompt, I wanted her to say that. Like, Keisha drives a Altima, Natalie drives a Rolls Royce, Black excellence. I wanted to say it like that, because I knew what they were doing. I'm a firm believer of countering what they do. Not cry, but counter. And y'all need to take that strategy. Don't cry, counter. Okay, you want to make AI videos about a black woman in a bonnet in the Altima? Okay, we'll make one about a professional black woman driving Rolls Royce and doing whatever she got to do. Okay, we'll just flip it. Now, some people say, well, make one about them. I don't want to talk down about them. I just want to correct the record about my people. It's too easy to talk about them. I don't need to do anything AI generated on them. I can just talk about them. I don't have to do anything like that. It's a waste of my time. No, yeah, Edward, there you go. A counterpuncher. There you go, Edward. Edward got it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the good thing is about this, and like I said, I'm gonna probably work on a lot of them over the weekend. You know, just certain scenarios that we deal with on the job with them. Sometimes we can put that together and say, you know what, have visual aids for people. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, this is what we deal with them on the job. Then you can create something like that. It's so many different ideas that you can create. So that's why I say you should never give me AI. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and wrap that. You say they can't look good like that. That's a personal problem. That's a personal problem. It's not our problem. That is not our problem. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Definitely come back and see us once again. Make sure you check out all the videos here. You know, I know Sister Demetra been streaming. Sister Emma has been streaming. Like I said, Sister Wangel should be starting next month when she come on back through. She'll be streaming with y'all and talking because, you know, are y'all liking the streams from the other group people on the team, Demetra and Emma? Y'all liking the streams? Oh, real quick. We talking about sports here for a second. I didn't know the NBA was back on NBC. I didn't even know that because, you know, back when I was watching NBA, that's all we watched was the NBA on NBC. And then I seen they put the old school OG music on there. I like, oh man, it brought me back all them times I was watching the NBA. Just hearing that theme song. I was like, oh my God, they brought it back. I say, NBC, you did a good thing by bringing the regular theme song back. It was some great games watching on the NBA on NBC. Oh man. Y'all that watch the NBA today, y'all have no clue of what y'all missed. Y'all don't have the NBA like we had it. Y'all got a bunch of three-point shooters. That's all y'all got today. Y'all do not have it what we had in the 80s and definitely in the 90s. Y'all don't have any of that. I feel sorry for y'all, actually. I really do. Even in the 80s and 90s, NFL was a lot better, too, than today. But that's a conversation of a different day. But shout out to NBC for bringing back the original theme, music, and everything. Well, y'all did y'all thing, man. All right. Let me go ahead and get out of here, y'all. But thank y'all for listening.